Hello everyone and welcome back to the Monoposto Formula 1 World Championship Season 2. We are here at the third round of the season at Bahrain. So here is your qualifying results for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's Kyrox on pole, ahead by 2 thousandths from Sebastian Ocampo, I mean. That is insane. 2 thousandths. Then at third is Oscar Folstad, Cosmos at fourth, Nick Harrington at fifth, Victor at sixth, George at seventh, Ravo at eighth, Vashtan 10 at 9, and Gabo at 10. Those are your top 10 of the qualifying results of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now let's head in. I won't read out the outside of the top 10 anymore because I'm just gonna waste more time, so let's get started now. Alright. We are here at Bahrain. It's Kyrox on pole, then it's Sebastian Ocampo at second, Oscar Folstad at third, Cosmos at fourth, then it's Nick Harrington at fifth, Victor at sixth, George at seventh, Ravo at eighth, Vashtan 10 at 9, then it's Gabo at 10th, Ian Babnas at 11, Taco Van Horn at 12, Akari at 13, Niven Colby at 14, Smith Zane at 15, Ayaman Bijol at 16, Sia at 17, Sichi at 18, Jack Carter at 19, Johnny Sims at 20th, 21st is B-Dragon Sonic, and 22nd is Adney Olsen. So we are here at the third round of the season at the Bahrain Grand Prix then. We're gonna start on the soft tires. So as we head on out to the third round of the season at the Bahrain Grand Prix, all 5 lights go on. It's lights out and away we go. Kyrox gets a good start there. Also Sebastian Ocampo gets a good start. 3 people on hards and 3 people on mediums. So there's only like 16 people on softs. So only 16 people on softs. Niven Colby here going on the inside line to take 13th place away from Akari. So Cosmos takes the lead from Kyrox. Ocampo drops to 4th. So Cosmos takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Then it's Kyrox at 2nd, Victor at 3rd, Sebastian Ocampo at 4th, Oscar Folstad at 5th, who has been overtaken by Sebastian Ocampo. I mean, Oscar Folstad has overtaken Sebastian Ocampo. Then it's Nick Harrington, George, Ravo, who has overtaken George. Then it's Vashtan 10 and Taco Van Horn. That is currently your top 10. And yeah, so heading into this not very long straight. It's a straight, but it has no DRS zone. So yeah, for some reason this straight does not have a DRS zone, and I don't know why. So we're gonna start lap 2 out of 14 now. It's Kyrox that leads the way. Then it's the 2 McLarens, which is Cosmos and Sebastian Ocampo, both 2nd and 3rd. Then it's Oscar Folstad at 4th, Victor at 5th. 5-second time penalty for Taco Van Horn there, causing a collision with Nick Harrington. If it's not Nick Harrington, then it could be Ian Babnas. So let me redo the top 10 again. It's Cosmos that leads the way on lap 2 out of 14. Then it's Kyrox, Sebastian Ocampo, Cosmos with the fastest lap at 24.5. Then it's George at 4th, Taco Van Horn at 5th. Who has overtaken, Oscar Folstad has overtaken Taco Van Horn, but he's been overtaken by Taco Van Horn again. Then it's Nick Harrington, Victor, who has overtaken Ian Babnas, Nick Harrington, and Ravo. That is your top 10. So coming into this flat out corner at the Bahrain Grand Prix, George with the fastest lap at 31.250. Well, not the fastest lap, the fastest sector 2, I mean. I misread that as fastest lap, I'm sorry. So heading into the final corner of the Grand Prix then, of the Bahrain Grand Prix, to start lap 3 out of 14 now. It's Kyrox that leads the way. George with the fastest lap, with a 1 minute 17.183. Vashtan 10, Akari, Adney Olsen, and Jack Carter all pit for new tires. So Kyrox takes the lead of the race. 5-second time penalty there for Smith Zane, causing a collision with his own teammate If it's not his own teammate, it could be B-Dragon Sonic, who's currently at P17. Sebastian Ocampo takes the lead and has set the fastest Sector 1 at 24.066. So the hard tire runners are definitely benefiting a lot from this. Like, a lot. And yeah. So Cosmos is at P3. Ahead of him is Kyrox. And yeah. So Ravo, currently your championship leader by 2 points, is at P9. Currently P9 right now. So the thing is, Sebastian Ocampo hasn't scored points yet after the first 2 rounds, which is China and Japan. And I feel bad for him, to be honest. Sebastian Ocampo with the fastest lap at 1 minute 16.916. So most of the grid have pitted for new tires. And I'm checking the weather forecast here. I don't think it's going to rain. No. Since Bahrain is a Middle East... Oh, no. Let me rephrase that. Since Bahrain is located in the Middle East, it's very rare. Well, not very rare. It's like rare to rain here. It has a low chance of raining here because Bahrain is a Middle East country. That is why the Bahrain Grand Prix in real life and in Formula 1 games is at night because of how hot the temperatures are. So it's currently a McLaren 1-2, which is Sebastian Ocampo and Cosmos, who are both on hard tires, which is interesting. So there's like 5 people on softs, and almost most of the grid are on mediums, and 3 people on hards, which is Sebastian Ocampo, Cosmos, and Victor. So as we head on to start, lap 5 out of 14 soon. Sebastian Ocampo that leads the way, then it's Cosmos at second. Victor at third. Oh no. Wait, no, yeah. Victor at third. Virtual safety car. Nix Harrington is out. Nix Harrington is out of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Track limits warning there for Cosmos. 1 warning. That is Nix Harrington out of the Bahrain Grand Prix. That is your first DNF. And the top 3 are definitely benefiting from the safety car because they will need to come into the pits in probably like 3 or 4 laps, which is, yeah, they've gotten a 17 seconds gap, which is enough, which is absolutely enough. On board here with B-Dragon Sonic, currently P18. His teammate Vashtan Tan at P11. Ooh. The Mercedes is not doing good right now. And get this. This is the race where we are going to update the budget based on how the grid finishes. And yeah. So we are going to update the budget at the end of this race, like in the Discord server. If you haven't joined in the Discord server yet, click in my bio at my YouTube channel to join the Discord server. The Monoposto Formula 1 World Championship out now. Well, not out now. I mean, like, it has been made like last week, I guess, or last week. Probably last week. Also, we got a sponsor for today's video. Today's sponsor is brought to you by FEMC, the Formula E Monoposto Championship. Yep, that's right, you've heard it. Formula E Monoposto Championship is obviously a Formula E series that has been made by B-Dragon Sonic a year ago. So he has been doing videos of the series for over a year now, and we are basically on season 17 now. I think, yeah, season 17. The server was created on August 11, 2023. That's how old his server is. If you want to join the FEMC Discord server, I will put a link down in the description of this video. So that is the end of your sponsor for today's video. Join the Formula E Monoposto Championship, and who knows, you might win world championships, maybe even a lot of race wins. maybe even a lot of podiums, maybe even not winning any of those, but yeah, good luck with that. Join now for the Formula E Monopostal Championship rather. Link in the description. Gabo with the fastest lap, a 1 minute 16.866. Ooh, Smith-Zane almost colliding with Sichi there. Ooh, that was very close to them colliding with each other. We are on board with George, currently P8. Also, we've got some news. We've got some news about Renault for next season. Renault has announced that they will rebrand to Porsche for season 3 and beyond. Yep, you have heard me right. Renault has announced that they will rebrand to Porsche for season 3 and beyond. So we will have a new team. Well, not a new team. Renault is basically going to rebrand for next season, and yeah. So it's lap 7 out of 14. Lap 8 soon. So it's Sebastian Ocampo that leads the way. Then it's Victor, Kyrox, Gabo, Niven Colby, Cosmos, Sia, Johnny Sims, George, and Oscar Folstad. That is their top 10. Outside of the top 10 is Ayaman Visual rather. Then it's Akari, B-Jack and Sonic, Smith-Zane, Taco Van Horn, Ravo, currently a championship leader. Then it's Adney Olsen, Vashton 10, yeah. Then it's Jack Carter, Sichi, who has been overtaken by Inet Babness. And that is outside of the top 10. So Sebastian Ocampo has pitted for new tires, which is softs. He will need to pit one more time. He will need to pit for one more time. Cosmos with the fastest sector 1 at 23.216. So Sebastian Ocampo will need to pit again in the next lap. Well, not in the next lap. Oh, 5-second time penalty for Inet Babness. He has collided with... Is it B-Dragon Sonic? No, not him. Did he collide with Smith-Zane? No, he has not collided with Smith-Zane. He has collided with... Is it a Ferrari? Yep, he has collided with the Ferrari. So Inet Babness has gotten a 5-second penalty for colliding into Ayaman Visual. So Sebastian Ocampo goes up one position and gets 4th place ahead of Johnny Sims. Lap 9 out of 14 now. It's Cosmos that leads the way, who sets the fastest lap, a 1 minute 15.666. Trust me, you do not want to see the number 666 on your name, which is a bad number, trust me. So again, it's a McLaren 1-2, which is Cosmos that leads the way, then Sebastian Ocampo at 2nd, Victor at 3rd, Kyrox at 4th, then it's, no, not Niven Colby, Gabo at 5th rather, then it's Niven Colby at 6th, Shia at 7th, Johnny Sims at 8, Oscar Folstad at 9, and Ayaman Visual at 10. Those are your top 10 so far. So the history of this track is, there is not a lot of like crazy collisions or crazy amount of DNFs, because this track is obviously wide. Look how wide it is. See, look, it's very wide. It's impossible for a lot of drivers to DNF here because it's not a tight track. Like, it's big. That's basically it. So Cosmos is leading ahead of his teammate by 3 seconds, now 2.9 seconds. And yeah. So we're heading into lap 10 out of 14 soon. Cosmos pits. Sebastian Ocampo will stay out to start lap 10 out of 14. He's on, how many percentage is that? He's on 53% tire wear, so he will need to pit soon. Then at 2nd is Victor, who will also need to pit. At 3rd is Kyrox. 4th is Gabo. 5th is Cosmos. Oh, very close to colliding there with Niven Colby with Cosmos. Oh, how did they not collide there? So Niven Colby goes up one position, is now at P5, but how did they not collide there? Man, what? That was actually insane. It's just crazy to think that they somehow didn't collide with each other. We're gonna get a replay on that, maybe. I might do a replay on that later, but man, that was crazy. They almost collided with each other when Cosmos came out of the pits. Pits, I mean. And yeah. So the top two will need to pit soon. Like, maybe in this lap. They might pit in this lap. Yep, Sebastian Ocampo comes in. Also, Victor comes in. Kyrox will also need to pit soon. But I think he's going to stay out. Yep, so Kyrox will lead the Bahrain Grand Prix. And we'll start lap 11 out of 14. Only 3 laps to go then. It's Kyrox that leads the way. Then it's Gabo at second. Niven Colby at third. Then it's Cosmos at fourth. Sia at fifth. Johnny Sims at sixth. Sebastian Ocampo at seventh, I mean. Then it's Victor at 8, George at 9, and Taco Van Horn at 10. Yeah. So that's currently your top 10. And Kyrox is leading by 3.8 seconds, but he will need to come into the pits in the next lap. He's on 46% tire wear. Will Gabo pit? He will also need to pit. Cosmos is safe. Niven Colby will also need to pit. Sia will also need to pit. Ocampo is safe. He's on medium, so he's safe. Johnny Sims will need to pit as well. Victor as well. He'll definitely need to pit soon. Sebastian Ocampo with the fastest sector to a 30.483. George, will he pit? Yeah, he will definitely need to pit as well. And lastly, for the top 10, Taco Van Horn. Yep. So mostly the top 10 will need to pit soon. So Kyrox comes into the pits. Now Cosmos leads the way on lap 12 out of 14. It is currently a McLaren 1-2. They are trying to score maximum points for this Grand Prix. Then Sebastian Ocampo at second. Victor at third. Kyrox at fourth. Gabo at fifth. Then it's Niven Colby at sixth. Sia at seventh. Johnny Sims at eighth. George at ninth. And your current championship leader is Ravo, who has pitted for new softs at P15 or P17, P19. Yep. So Sebastian Ocampo quite dropping by a bit. Will Cosmos pit? He needs to pit actually. He's on what percentage is that? Is that 60%? Oh, that's 60%. I think he's safe. Ocampo is obviously safe. He's on 73% tire wear. Victor, yeah, he's obviously safe as well. Because the top 3 are all on mediums. On board here with Niven Colby at P6. Ahead of him is Gabo, and behind Colby is Sia. And yeah, lap 13 out of 14 now. Cosmos leads the way from Sebastian Ocampo. Then it's Victor at third, Kyrox at fourth, Gabo at fifth, Niven Colby at sixth, Sia at seven, Ravo with the fastest sector 2 at 30.416. It's Johnny Sims at 8, Oscar Folstad at 9, and George at 10. That is currently a top 10. Outside of the top 10 is Ayaman Visual, Jack Carter was pitted. Also, Adney Olsen has pitted. B-Dragon Sonic stays out. Let me read it outside of the top 10 again. It's Ayaman Visual, then it's Vash Tentan. Behind him is his teammate B-Dragon Sonic, then it's Smith Zane, Sichi, Taco Van Horn, Ravo, Inet Babness, Akari, Adney Olsen, and Jack Carter. Those are outside of the top 10, and your only DNF so far is Nix Harrington. If Sebastian Ocampo does well here, well, obviously you need luck. But if Sebastian Ocampo can get into that DRS zone, he might be able to overtake Cosmos here as we head on to lap 14 out of 14 now. It's the final lap of the race. It's Cosmos that leads the way from Sebastian Ocampo. Oh, 5 second time penalty, and Oscar Folstad is out. There he is. Oscar Folstad out of the Bahrain Grand Prix. And Red Bull will not score any points for today. They will not score any points for today. But Sebastian Ocampo, he could actually take the race win. 5/10. 5/10 is their gap. 4/10 now. 4/10 still. Victor has dropped by quite a bit. He's 3 seconds behind the top two. But Ocampo could actually win this race if he can overtake Cosmos here at the DRS straight. Heading into the DRS zone now. Cosmos doesn't have DRS, but Ocampo does have DRS. He's going for the inside line. Ooh, Ocampo is going to take the lead. Ocampo takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. But it's Niven Colby again that has taken the Bahrain Grand Prix. This could actually be a photo finish. This could actually be a photo finish. Sebastian Ocampo takes the lead, but Niven Colby has gotten the inside line. Coming into the final corners of this Grand Prix, it will be Cosmos who will win by 2/10. 2/10. That's his teammate. Cosmos wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Oh shoot, sorry there. Cosmos wins the Bahrain Grand Prix by 2/10. 2/10 ahead of Sebastian Ocampo, his own teammate. When Victor comes home with a P3 finish, that will be his best result of the season currently. Niven Colby with the fastest sector to a 29.766. Ravo sets the fastest lap at 1 minute 15.266. And holy cow, dude. That was such an epic. That was a photo finish, bro. Even though it's 2/10, it was a photo finish. Jack Carter is setting the fastest lap there at the end. It's 19th place there for Odney Olsen now. Now let's head on then to the what do you call this? The podium. There we go. I'm sorry for stuttering. So Cosmos wins by 2/10 ahead of Sebastian Ocampo, his own teammate. Then it's Victor at third. That will be his best result of the season. Sebastian Ocampo finally scores points at the third round of the season after having 2 unlucky races, which is China and Japan. Good job to these guys in the top 10 as well. So let's head on then to the driver standings for this race. So Cosmos wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Then it's his teammate Sebastian Ocampo at second. Victor at third. Then it's Kyrox at fourth. Sia at fifth. Gabo at sixth. Johnny Sims at 7th, George at 8th, Ayaman Visual at 9th, and B Dragon Sonic at 10th. Those are your scorers. Your non-scorers were Ravo, Sichi, Vashton Tan, Kari, Smith Zane, Inet Babness, Taco Van Horn, Jack Carter, Adney Olsen, and Niven Colby. Those are your finishers. Your non-finishers were the 2 Red Bull drivers, which is Oscar Folstad and Nick Harrington. In the driver's standings heading into the next round, Ravo leads the way by exactly 31 points. Both Ravo and Cosmos are tied. Both Ravo and Cosmos are tied on 31 points. And they're 2 points ahead of Oscar Folstad. Then it's CG at 4th, Inet Badness at 5th, Niven Colby at 6th, and it's his teammate Ayaman Visual at 7th, Sebastian Ocampo at 8th, Jack Carter at 9th, Victor at 10. Those are the top 10. Outside of the top 10 is B Dragon Sonic, Kyrox, Sia, Smith Zane, Gabo, Johnny Sims, George, Nick Harrington, Akari, Adney Olsen, Taco Van Horn, and Vashton Chan, who are still yet to score. In the constructors standings heading into the next round, at the Imola Grand Prix or Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, McLaren leads the way by 5 points. Oh no, not 5 points, 6 points. Sorry there. McLaren leads the way by 6 points ahead of Scuderia Ferrari at second. Then it's Aston Martin at third, Audi Sport at fourth, Red Bull Racing at fifth, Williams at sixth, Renault F1 team at 7, Haas at 8, V-Cover, Visa Cash App RB at 9, Mercedes at 10th, and Kick Sauber at 11th. We'll see you guys next time then for the Emilia-Romagna or the Imola Grand Prix. Peace out everyone and stay safe.